Hi, Blake with BlvdHome, and today we're going to talk about appliances. Now, I've done a video before and you can check it out. It's my recommendations for 29 years of servicing appliances. Now we're going to do a video on 30 years because I've been doing this 30 years, almost 31 years now, and things have changed a lot in this year. This is just my recommendations based on what we see as servicers and also based on how easy it is to service it. Because if there is a problem down the road, and typically you're going to have a problem down the road, I mean, no matter how great of an appliance you buy and what I might recommend to you, there's going to possibly be a problem out there that will save you money down the road. Then everything I'm talking about is all midline appliances. We're not going to talk super high end, we're not going to talk low end, we're going to talk middle of the road, which most people should be going anyway. Refrigerators. Now, I am still a big fan of Frigidaire. I think their bottom freezers are still some of the best on the market. There are people that are gaining some ground on them, but as far as working, they just flat out work. Now, we've had a few issues here and there with a few little minor things with the new refrigerant R600, but I think they got it worked out because it really wasn't that long. It was just kind of a blip on the radar. But again, it's a great looking refrigerator. It's got lots of storage, has lots of versatility to it. And I never have any problems with it except for the ice maker. So if you watch my other videos, you're gonna say, you always say that. I know, ice makers are the bane of my existence when it comes to refrigerators. Mine is broken. It's been broken for years. And am I going to fix it? No, I'm not going to fix it. With that being said, that would be my recommendation as far as a refrigerator if you're looking for that. Now, if you want to step down the line, you know, LG, I've kind of bashed on LG for a long time with their compressors again. Their newer compressor and their newer things, you know, we haven't seen quite as many problems with them. People really like the look of the LG, and I will tell you the fit and finish on an LG is top notch. I think they've got their problems worked out, just in my opinion, because I've been seeing less and less this last year and a half. So let's talk about top mount refrigerators really quick. They're pretty basic. There's not really a whole lot that can go wrong with them. So if you're wondering about a top mount, you know, as long as you stay with honestly a Whirlpool or a Frigidaire or a GE, honestly, they're all fine. Most people, when they get top mounts nowadays, to be honest with you, are putting them out in garages. Now, when you put them out in garages, you have to take that into account. Make sure you get one that is garage ready, that's ready for the winter months. Why is that? Well, refrigerators dependent on heat loss. Well, you put it out in a cold garage, well, it doesn't necessarily run. So your freezer and refrigerator start warming up to the same temperature. And so sometimes that can be warmer than you want and you start losing stuff in the freezer. So always make sure you get a refrigerator that is garage ready if you are gonna get one for your garage. Side by sides, again, it's pick of the litter. Go find one that you like. Frigidaire ones seem to be a little bit better, but the Whirlpools are very solid refrigerator too. And again, LGs are very solid and they look great. All manufacturers are starting to put more and more ice makers in their refrigerators. The more ice makers you put in, of course, you're going to have more problems with it. But with a side-by-side, you know, it's really whatever you want and whatever you like. I would look at the fit and finish, make sure it has the features and the shelves you like. But other than that, I don't really think anybody is head and shoulders above the rest ranges. I will break it down into induction, gas, and electric ranges. Let's start out with induction. The only bad thing about induction is the added cost of getting cookware that works properly with induction. We have a lot of other videos on that. If you're really confused about induction and how it works, please refer to those other videos. With induction ranges, basically they work or they don't, but there are some that are better than others. So I think some of the GE induction ranges are fantastic. You know, especially when you get in the cafe line, something I would definitely look at their product. I think it's really great. I think the Frigidaire products are really good too. I don't really think there's a bad induction range. Frigidaire has some weird things with their induction range that I don't really like per se. They have what's called the flex zone on it. Now the flex zone, basically the way they wrap the coil underneath the oven, they've kind of got it really tight together, then they have a gap and they have a larger space on that, and then they have another space about that wide on the other side of it. They're saying so you can put different things on there and have it cook for different zones within that. Well, it's a marketing thing, to be honest with you, because it doesn't really work that well. You put something small on there, it will heat, but it takes a long time to heat versus if you have like a whole coil across the whole thing. I'm not really thrilled about that. It was a great idea, but in reality, it doesn't work that well. But don't discount them because they probably have the best induction range for the price on the market. Now, LG is coming out with a new technology they've been working really hard on as far as how they wrap the coil elements. So they are really working hard to make induction more efficient and actually heat quicker with the way that they're doing it. Definitely look into the LG and definitely check out some of their stuff on their website about their new induction technology because it's pretty fascinating. And the ones I've seen on the market and the ones I've seen out in the field, they've worked fantastic. So definitely check those out. Induction is fantastic. It's pretty much bulletproof. Most of the problems I have is with the pans people use. I really don't have a whole lot of problems with the ranges themselves. So any of those would be great. Now let's move into gas ranges for this year. Not much has changed in the gas range, but we're going to talk about some of the features that I like about the gas ranges themselves. My favorite gas range, again, honestly, is the new Frigidaires. Now, the Frigidaires have this new burner cap on it. Now, the burner cap is really cool, the way it works and the way it looks. It has a really sleek look to it, and it's something that people really like. And it has the air fry ability, where you can put stuff in there and you can air fry in your large oven, which I really like. Now, the thing I don't like about it, Frigidaire, I'm talking to you directly, you don't sell the air fry pan with it. You have to buy it extra. I mean, come on. That's just on the sales side. Now, the service side, it's a fantastic range. I never have problems with it. People love their Frigidaire ranges. They hold temperature well. They're easy to fix if they do break. That would be my recommendation for the top gas range for that purpose. Second, I would say probably the LG. The LG makes another fantastic gas range. Whirlpool builds a fantastic gas range, and it's a really close second. So I think either one of those products would be a great product to look at. I like the GE ones, but they've had a few issues. I haven't been really excited about them, and they're a little bit more difficult to fix. But the other ones I wouldn't have the least bit of hesitation to purchase for my own home. If you can't go with the gas range and you have to go electric, I would definitely go induction over electric. It's more efficient, cooks faster, it cooks better, and your electric bill will definitely be less because you are going to save a lot of efficiency as far as cooking. Now, if I had a choice between gas and electric and I could go either way for myself, gas is fire and we all love fire, and you know, you can see what you're cooking. But honestly, gas is very inefficient as far as how well it cooks and how even it heats, but you definitely can see the flame and control it. Induction, you have just as much or more control than you do with gas, a lot more efficient. Electric ranges, again, when you're talking with a coil, you're heating the glass and that glass is then transferring the heat to the pan. Not very efficient. I would definitely go induction on the electric side or gas. Electric ranges, well, I don't really have a problem with any of them. I think they all work about the same. Now, LG, I think they've been fantastic. Now, GE, for some reason, a lot of GEs recently, I've been having some issues with coils and their elements burning out prematurely, especially people that like to cook on them a lot. They do warranty them, but they are burning out, and that's kind of a little bit of a concern for me. If you just do normal cooking, I think fine, but if you have a big family and you have stuff on the burner all the time, it's a little bit of a concern. Other than that, I think it would be more of the features that you like. If you like to have the convection, if you like to have more burners, you like to have warming zones. As far as repair costs, well, repair costs are going up. No matter how you want to slice it, repair costs are going up. I mean, what I used to fix for $200 is now, you know, in the $400 range, unfortunately, because of the cost of everything going up. Now let's get into wall ovens. We have combo units that have a microwave and an oven. We've got a single wall ovens, we've got double wall ovens. What would be my recommendation in these? Well, first and foremost, I would not recommend to anybody to get a combination unit, whether that means with a microwave and an oven, strictly because of repair costs. Because if that microwave fails or you have a problem with the microwave, that microwave part is done, which means you have to replace the whole unit. Do you go spend $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 on a new unit? Or do you say, I'm not going to use the microwave part? And so you have a pretty looking microwave above an oven that doesn't work. What I do recommend, if you want a wall oven look and you want to have double wall ovens or single wall ovens, get one of those. Don't get a combination unit. Buy a separate microwave. Now, what I recommend as far as an oven, people have a lot of opinions on the ovens. Don't self-clean, do self-clean, have steam clean on it. There's lots of different things on it. With the wall ovens, I would basically look for the features that you like in a wall oven. But as far as how well they cook, they all cook about the same, they all work about the same, and they're all difficult to fix no matter what you do because you have to pull them out of the wall to fix them. When you're buying a range, make sure you get something that you like. You have the regular oven that pulls down, and you also have the pantry type that opens up wide like this so you have really easy access to. Those are a lot more expensive than the pull down type oven, but they all work about the same. The biggest thing with any oven is you have to make sure it preheats and preheats properly. What I mean by that is once it says it's preheated, give it extra time to let it actually stabilize before it be ready for your food. I think probably the GE has probably the best wall oven on the market. I think Whirlpool has a great wall oven. Frigidaire, struggling a little bit with their wall ovens, but basically get what you like. But like I said, I think the GE probably has the best wall oven that I've seen the last year or so. All right, dishwashers. Number 1, number 2, and number 3, Bosch. All these other manufacturers are gonna say, well, we got a great dishwasher too. I know you do, but you're not the best. They have several different lines of the Bosch dishwasher. The lines that I would recommend would be the 300 series, the 500 series, and the 800 series. They are the 3 series that I would recommend. The 100 series is an entry line. It's not as good as the other ones, these have a lot more features. Now, the 800 series is their flagship one, it's their high-end one, but what I really like about the 800 series, the wash arm is actually motor driven. You have a little spinner at the end and kind of control washes at a certain point. With this particular dishwasher, when you have the app for it, when you download the Home Connect app, you can actually tell the dishwasher where you have certain spots you want to wash heavy or light or normal. As it controls that wash arm going around, it can hit those areas more heavily, so you can load multiple things into a dishwasher that are different grades of baked on or cooked on or just greasy, and it will wash these different areas separate from other parts of the area, so it's easier on your dishes and it works really well. That series, the decibels is about 43 decibels, which is pretty low. You step into the 500 series, then you're getting down to like the 35 decibels. They have pop open doors on that one, so when the unit's done, it will actually pop the door open so it can air dry, which a lot of people really like. And then the 300 series is a great line to start out with. They don't have all the fancy stuff, but it's tried and true technology that's been around forever. It's about 42 decibels too. Those would be my number 1, number 2, and 3 choices would be the Bosch dishwashers. If you want to press me for other manufacturers, I like the Whirlpools, I like the KitchenAids. I think they're a good dishwasher. I think they wash well, but they're very difficult to fix versus the Bosches. And then after that, I'd probably say the LGs. I think the LGs are a good dishwasher too, but again, I think Bosch is the best bang for your buck. Microwaves, my choice in a microwave, I don't care. You know, I know that sounds terrible, but microwaves are microwaves. They all work pretty much on the same type of technology. Just make sure that it fits the opening properly and it can vent out properly. And if you want your whole kitchen to match, I would buy that microwave that matches your kitchen. I don't think really have any change of opinion on which is better than the other, because honestly, they're all about the same. I know you're probably going to hit me in the comments about this, but that's the truth about the microwaves. So now we're getting to my recommendation for laundry. We have top load and we have front load laundry, and now we even have combination units. My recommendation as far as a front load machine, I think Electrolux still has the best front load machine on the market. You know, a lot of people complain because they don't have an easy clean out on them, but as far as quality, product, no problems, runs well, that is probably your best front load machine on the market. LG, you are so close to number 1. I'm picking Electrolux above is just strictly because I like their product a little bit better, a hair better. If you went and looked at an LG front load machine, I think you would be just as well off as buying an Electrolux. I mean, as far as quality, reliability, repairability, I think you're about the same. In the last video, I recommended the GEs after that because they got this vent system that vents the machine out and stuff, and it's great, and I love this vent system. But to be honest with you, we've had a lot of problems with these GEs that are getting to be 3 and 4 and 5 years old. We're having a lot of inverter boards failing. We're having a lot of main boards failing. I'm having a harder time recommending them. Now, I'm sure that GE will get it fixed like they always do. But as of right now, I don't know if I'd really recommend one because you might have some problems down the road that's definitely going to cost you some money to get them fixed. After the LGs, I would probably step into the Whirlpool product or a Maytag product. Why you put them together? Well, they're the same product. Maytag and KitchenAid and Whirlpool are all the same product. They're all made by the same manufacturer. The rest of them, well, buyer beware. Top load laundry, well, hasn't changed much. Speed Queen is still the best. The TC series is the best, which is their classic series. Now they have the TR series, which is a fine series, but honestly, it doesn't clean as well as the TC series. So I would go with the classic series. Full disclosure, I have an LG top load machine. So in saying this, I think the LGs are also a great top load machine. Their laundry is really great. I would not think twice about buying a product because it works and works well. I've had mine for about a year now, no problems with it. If you want to make sure you have a great product and you can spend the money for a Speed Queen, I would definitely do it. If you're a little budget conscious, LG would probably be my second choice in the top load machine. So now let's get into the combo units because they're kind of a hybrid between the two. Now there's basically 3 manufacturers out there that are making the combo units. We have LG, we have GE, and we have Samsung. Now, I cannot say much about Samsung, so when you're watching this video, I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't sell Samsung currently. We are still a factory authorized servicer for Samsung, but I haven't seen any in this area, so I really can't give you any feedback and personal opinion on those because I haven't seen them. You know, the LGs have actually been, when I first saw this unit, you probably see some of the other videos, I kind of knocked it a little bit, but honestly, it's been a good unit. I mean, there's a few little quirks with it, but it's honestly been a great unit. I've only seen like 1 of them. Now the GE ones I've seen quite a bit more. I'm not sure if it's more because more people have bought it versus the LG, but the GEs have had a few more quirks with them, and they have some over-the-air update software issues that have corrected some of these issues. I've had some heat pump and compressor failures with them, but for the most part, they've been decent. They've both worked better than I thought they were going to. If you had to pull hairs and say which one would you go over the other one, I'd probably say LG probably has my vote. I'm not seeing many of them. I know we've sold a bunch of them, but the GE ones are also a fine unit, so don't discount one over the other. There are some advantages over the LG that I can't see over the GE because they're a little bit smaller in size, a little bit more compact, but anyhow, that would be my recommendation as far as one of those combo units. Now we're gonna get into my favorite category, and this goes back to if you've watched my other video, and I made a joke, and I thought it was a pretty funny joke, but a lot of people don't think it's funny. To all you people out there that are offended that I said buy the dryer that matches to the washer to make your wife or your spouse happy, I truly am sorry. But most people want their washer to match their dryer. And honestly, there's not really a terrible dryer on the market. That's why I recommended that you get the dryer that matches the washing machine. But probably the best dryers on the market are probably your Whirlpool built dryers. So that'd be your Maytags, your Whirlpools, and your KitchenAids, because they've been built the same forever. They've been using the same parts forever. The parts are readily accessible and they come apart pretty much all the same. More cost effective to fix than some of the other brands. So if you need a dryer, I'd probably go with those brands. Other than that, buy the dryer that matches the washer. You'll make somebody happy. So in summary, this is just my recommendation for the last year and a half of servicing, and some things have changed and some things have gotten better, some things have gotten worse. I hope this video has helped you make an informed decision on what product that you want to buy or to look at when you're looking for a new appliance. Please comment in the comment section. Even if they're mean and you don't like my choices, you can definitely comment down there. But also tell me what the appliances you swear by and the appliances that you like, because we can take a look at those and maybe reevaluate. Please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you again real soon.